All right, so here we are at Rashid's having lunch. There's Paul. And today our guest of honor is Heinz Schtuke.
As you pay, that's the honor.
The man that travels the globe on his bike. And today we're going to find out what is exactly in Heinz's wallet.
Everything here, but no, you have a memory enforcer, you know. So, for example, look at this here. You know, it has the world, and those little dots is the red ones are for the Guinness Book, and the green ones are for the Traveler's Century Club. So in total, you have these is the total, you know. So I have to keep this in mind all the time. Where do I have to go? What can I combine when I take a round the world ticket? You know, this is and of course this is the most important. Hey, listen, I even got a credit card now. There's so much.
Don't tell anybody. Heinz has a credit card. So hold on. The pink ones are for the Guinness Book of World Records.
Yes, that's right.
So that means that you've cycled there the most, or what does that mean exactly?
No, this is what that's missing. All the other places that you can't see are already done. Countries are all done. Many other places are done. So the list here is only what is missing. What is missing of a total list of places to go. When the Guinness Book asks you if you want to be the most traveled person, those are the places.
Are you kidding?
Take it or leave it, you know. That's what they said, you know. So, but I'm getting pretty close to it.
The rest of the world has been done a long time ago.
Yeah, a long time ago.
From
1996 was the last country, was the Seychelles. Universally recognized countries. You know what I mean?
Right. Okay.
And not like somebody says, well, that is a country, somebody says it's not a country, you know. And then you have about 40 or 50 for the Guinness Book, but the Traveler Century Club counts different countries more. For example, Indonesia. You've been 1 hour in Java, you can tick off Indonesia, but that's not fair.
Because you didn't travel across it.
13,000 islands in Indonesia. Listen,
How many?
13,000.
Is that a joke?
So no, it's not a joke. So
13,000 islands?
The Traveler Century Club is a bit more fair. They divide Indonesia into 7 regions. And you have to be in all 7 regions.
Okay, well that makes sense.
But actually, I'm going to make my own list one day, you know. Which is the Heinz Schtuke list. And there is different criteria. For example, for up to, depending on the size of the country, you have to spend a certain amount of time there, because just to go for 1 hour, stop over on a plane and take off again, that may not count, you know. But the Guinness Book doesn't ask how long you're there. You know?
Okay.
So up to 1,000 square kilometers of a country, you must be a minimum of 1 day. And these are minimum. These are very small countries. Up to 10,000 square kilometers, you must be a minimum of 1 week there. And every other country that is bigger than 10,000 square kilometers, you have to at least 1 month there. So these are the beginning of it. Plus, of course, all the 195 countries that do exist in the world, that are universally recognized countries.
Right.
And then afterwards, you start with territories, associated states, regions, and groups of islands, for example. So that is the kind of list that I'm going to do one day.
This dude is nuts.
I'm just preparing.
Let's see your list.
Preparing my little list.
So in case somebody wants to cheat,
it's just a condition
they can
for the list.
They can expand the view on this. Pause their video and
because
watch.
Because the other one, recognized
one,
is the Traveler Century Club. Okay, they got 319 places, but they don't have all the places either. I think the people there, they don't really know that much about traveling in the world, you know. Because, for example, they have counted an island like Hainan, which is totally part of China, but they count Hainan. It's called Hainan.
Hainan.
And for example, they count very stupid little things, you know. But for example, the Monks' Republic of Athos, which is an independent part of Greece, you know, and they don't count that one. They don't probably know that it exists, for example, but they count the Vatican, of course, you know, which is similar to the Vatican, you know. So, you know, and sometimes it's contested places. Like there's a country in Russia. It's called the Republic of Transnistria. And nobody has ever heard of it. Unilaterally declared independent from Moldova, because when Moldova...
From Moldova?
Yeah, because they wanted to go together with Romania, because these are Romanian-speaking people there, you know. And the Russian-speaking people said, no way we're going to go be part of Romania. And so they declared, and there was a war there, and it became unilaterally declared independence, you know, but nobody seems to know about it.
Even the United Nations?
No, they are keeping out of these things. Well, no, they know about it, of course, because there's a conflict. But there was a conflict, no, de facto independent. So it's the same, for example, with places like Somalia. You know, Somalia doesn't have any country now. And North Somalia has declared independence. You know, as long as those places exist, de facto exist, they must be counted.
You know what's funny, Heinz? Ever since I turned on the camera, you became another guy.
Another crazy one. But I have other interesting things, you know. I also, you know, you always want to know about Greek gods, you know.
What? Who wants to know about Greek gods?
Yeah, because
all right.
Who is Zeus? Who is Hera? Who is Juno? Who is Jupiter? You know, but Jupiter isn't a Greek. I mean, it's not a Greek name, it's a Roman name. But the Romans have put their names on the Greek gods. This is all these ancient times, the 12 Olympian gods. You have heard of them?
Yeah, of course.
So, but I want to get it straight. So every so often, when in a few minutes' time, I have to wait in a queue. Listen, when I wait in a queue, I get these things out.
That's a great idea.
And I memorize it. You know. They have things like, for example, products that Columbus, when he discovered America.
Yeah, because he discovered America, you know.
Yeah, but I mean, all the products that after him came to Europe,
yeah.
You don't know which ones? The potato, for example, cacao, peanuts, tobacco, tomatoes, ananas, chili, avocados, beans, cashew, blueberries, or what do you call them, blueberries?
Blueberries?
Yeah, they all come from America.
Those didn't grow in the mountains in the Alps before?
Had them in Europe before.
Are you kidding?
Yeah, and it, you know, it says like paprika does, squash does, manioc does, and also syphilis does.